The sonic screwdriver from the Wand Company is a very close approximation to the screen-used prop used by David Tennant. According to their website, Mr. Tennant had the last remaining existing prop from his era of Doctor Who. I spoke to Chris Bernardo of the Wand Company, who discusses how they were able to get David Tennant's personal sonic screwdriver.
Well, as it happens, there's only one remaining prop known to be in existence. And David Tennant, the actor, actually has that in a private collection that he was given it by the BBC when he left. And we asked the BBC if we could borrow that prop so that we could copy it. Well, they were unable to get hold of it. So my colleague Richard Blakesley, who doesn't know anything about the word no, contacted David Tennant's agent and asked very politely if we could borrow that sonic screwdriver from him and then make some very accurate measurements, scan it, take loads of photographs of it so that we could make our prop a real replica. I mean, unbelievably to me, he got the word yes, and yes, you can come and collect it tomorrow. We went to collect the sample, the product from the prop, as it were, from David Tennant, and actually stitched the photographs together so that we could trace the exact crackle glaze pattern on that one and reproduce it in the mold. And I have to say that the finished thing is looking very, very good.
The sonic screwdriver remote control comes in this hard plastic case, and as you can see, it's been well protected during shipping. The charging connector is included with this device. Now, while the real prop is mostly made of aluminum, this sonic screwdriver is made from ABS plastic to form the body, while the ends are made of aluminum, that being the emitter head, the collar, and the butt of the device. Here, at the end of the remote control, the plastic cap covers the charging point. With a firm tug, you can separate the plastic cap from the rest of the sonic screwdriver. The Wand Company suggests that you plug in the remote for at least 2 hours of charging before use. When charging is complete, simply give a firm push to the plastic cap to the sonic screwdriver. As you can see, it does twist on the aluminum part of the body, but is secured firmly to the end of the sonic screwdriver. This is to ensure that the cap does not come off unintentionally. Back to the body of the sonic screwdriver. The crackle design on the body of the sonic screwdriver remote control is very near an approximation to the original prop. Nick Robato, prop maker on Doctor Who, did his best to copy what was on the prop so it could be copied and used in the plastic molding machine. Although the plastic body has gone through a dark wash after being manufactured, then a clear coat of varnish was applied. According to Richard Blakesley of the Wand Company, they could have altered the dark wash more, but this would have led to production delays. He also said on the rpf.com website that the user could easily give a darker coat to their sonic screwdriver remote if desired. The slider on the sonic screwdriver remote is made of the same plastic as the body. If you already own the 11th Doctor sonic screwdriver remote control, the operation is identical. You can flick up or down or side to side as remote gestures, tapping on the top, bottom, and sides as other control options. 4 additional controls are also push, pull, and rotating either clockwise or counterclockwise. Just as before, you can set any of these control functions to control your television or any infrared device as you please. With the right number of pushes of the control button on the slider, you can activate different modes of the sonic screwdriver. Again, if you already own the 11th Doctor sonic screwdriver remote control, this won't come as any surprise. There is a practice mode, which they will tell you the motions you're doing so you can learn the remote control function movements. There is also an FX mode, in which you hold down the button and the normal sonic screwdriver sound effects will sound. However, giving a tap or a flick while pressing down the button will give a different sonic sound. Most of these are from the Tennant years, but there are sounds from the classic era of Doctor Who. According to Richard Blakesley, all the sound effects used in the 10th Doctor sonic screwdriver remote control are directly from the BBC. The sonic screwdriver does have a control mode, which allows you to control your television or infrared device. The sonic screwdriver sound will play for a second while the control function is carried out. If this gets too much on your wife's or girlfriend's nerves, there is a quiet control mode in which the sonic will make a quieter click sound to let you know it's performed the function you've asked it to do. Now, there are extras in the FX mode. While tapping on the button the right number of times, you can activate the TV Be Gone function. That will turn off any television that uses a remote control, even though it's not been programmed for that particular television. Now, for those wondering about the size difference between the Character Options toy to this of the remote control, here's the difference. Using my personal Character Options modded screwdriver as a reference, you can see the Character Options toy is thicker in width and much longer than the Wand Company screwdriver. There is more clear tubing present in the remote control version rather than the Character Options toy. And on an interview in another YouTube video, Richard Blakesley mentions that the actual weight of the sonic screwdriver remote control is 5 grams less than that of the actual prop. Now, I'm not really a sonic screwdriver collector. I do have the 10th Doctor sonic screwdriver flashlight and the Character Options toy, and this would only make my 3rd 10th Doctor sonic screwdriver that I own, and I'm extremely happy with it. However, there are 2 minor things that hardcore collectors might see as negatives. To me, they're only minor. The first one is that the collar and the emitter head, the teeth, that when the sonic screwdriver is closed, they don't come together 100%. To me, this is a minor issue. The other only minor issue I have is that the LED light inside the blue lens is slightly crooked. It's not standing straight up, it's bent slightly. But again, these are only minor issues. Now, to the hardcore collectors, I'm sure that they might be deal breakers, but then again, you can buy replicas of the sonic screwdriver that are about $400 or more. As for me, being a novice, and not having $400 to spend on a sonic screwdriver, I must say that I really enjoy this remote control from the Wand Company. If you were to ask my opinion on if you would like to buy it, well, I would say yes. Thanks for your attention in watching this review of the 10th Doctor's sonic screwdriver universal remote control from the Wand Company.